I mean, she might miss some if like Chelsea has a little Dal, she goes to St. Joe right off the court working out every day.
And I don't know whether she is. Yeah, I don't know whether she is.
I don't know if Danielle what's going on with her.
Maybe now that she's in the broadcast.
Hi, I'm Tom Greaser, and I'm an alumni of the university, and I've been with the Flight Zone for 5 years. Avid basketball supporter. Well, one of the unique things I think the Flight Zone does, and especially, is the interaction we have with the players and the support group. And the picnic every year gives us the opportunity to meet the new freshmen and again reacquaint with the other players, catch up what happened during the summer. And it's much nicer than meeting during a practice or other functions later on during the year.
But I figured that, well, it seems like most people at least got first. I'd start talking so that I can get you guys out of here before it rains on us. Got lucky with the weather again, which, I don't know, you guys bring good luck to the University of Hartford, so thank you for that. And obviously, as you can see by the turnout, we are all very excited about the upcoming season. It's always a long, long summer, and we are as eager as you are to get going. And for these guys, they've already been going for about 4 weeks now with preseason workouts, which is a lot. They've been getting up in the mornings and working out and lifting 3 times a week and doing cardiovascular workouts 3 or 4 times a week, and then doing basketball workouts twice a week, playing pickup 3 times a week. So it amounts to a lot in their schedule, but they seem to be managing okay. They're all surviving so far. And we actually this year start practice next week, which is much earlier than usual. There was a change in the NCAA rules that allows you to now practice starting 40 days prior to your first game. You're allowed to practice 30 times. So although it moves up the practice date to October 4th, it only actually adds 5 more practices because you still have to give them 10 days off. The nice thing about it, which we'll see, because I'm not sure how I feel about it, is that they'll have, although we're starting earlier, we'll have more days off a week. Whereas usually, because we're not allowed to start till the 15th or the closest date to the 15th, we usually give them 1 day off because we don't want to waste a chance to practice the other 6 days during that week. Well, now you have to give them off 10 days in that 40-day window. So most of our weeks we'll practice 5 days instead of 6. And be able to give them a day off almost every 2 to 3 days. So they'll like that because they're recovering. Because they're always looking like for the day off on the calendar. So sometimes mentally it's easier when you know you only have to go 2 or 3 days before that next day off to go a little bit harder. So we will get a little bit more practice time, but hopefully a little bit more production in our practice time. It also means that we've had to work hard in this preseason to make sure we're in shape for practice to actually start, because usually we have about 2 more weeks of preseason to get them ready for practice. So I'm not really sure if we're ready, but we're starting on Tuesday anyway. But we're excited about this year's team. As always, we lost a lot to graduation, but I feel like I could stand up here every September and say that. We've lost an all-conference player almost every year of the last 7 years. So nothing different. Obviously, we're returning a great nucleus of players. For those of you that are huge fans, you know who's coming back and what they're capable of. And as always, we expect everybody to come back and be ready to have more responsibility in our success. And that's the way our program has succeeded, in that we expect more and more of every player as they get older. So whenever we graduate a good player, we feel very good about having 7 or 8 juniors, juniors and seniors and sophomores coming back that are ready to take on a bigger role. So this year's group is no different. They're certainly ready and excited about getting going. We also have a great group of freshmen that have been getting themselves acquainted with working out at the college level. Sometimes quickly and other times not so quickly. Over to the side here so you can get a good look at them. We have, starting on the end here, Alyssa Englert. She's from Dansville, New York. So she's been working pretty hard. She's learning the ropes at the guard position. I told her she's got good leaders to follow in Jackie and Alex. So she's been doing a great job so far in probably the hardest position to play here at Hartford, the point guard spot. But she's coming off of a great high school career. She played AAU ball for the Western New York Titans, and she was multi-sport, great athlete. She did track as well as basketball, and she played soccer. And so she's definitely been ready to go. Taylor Clark from Athens, PA, which isn't that far from. It's from Alyssa actually. So what, about an hour, 45 minutes? You guys are. So their parents are, you know, looking forward to maybe carpooling a little bit. Taylor's coming along. Our two post players are like typical freshman posts. Like they're in the back of every run, fast across the line, and they like, oh, we're supposed to be back here. So we'll get them in the next couple of weeks to understand that they're not supposed to be back there because they're post players and they're freshmen, but that they're allowed to keep up with the rest of the team. But Taylor's doing a great job. Her and her dad and Alyssa's dad were both high school coaches, and they both coached the boys team at their high school with both of their younger brothers who were sophomores now. Played on, so a lot of similarities with those two, and they're wearing the same sweatshirt. But obviously, you know, Taylor and Milana coming in as our post players, you know, with Erica and Diana leaving, have some big shoes to fill, but they're working hard to get there. Milana Gilbert's from Delaware and went to school at Academy New Church in Philadelphia, where both of her brothers also still go, so they're a big basketball family. And you know, both of these guys have really good basketball instincts, and I'm looking forward to you know, when they really start to grasp what we're doing, and they have good role models in Kyoka and Nakia and Ruthann to show them the ropes and show them how competitive it is to play in the post here, and the tradition that our post players have set, going back to Danielle Hood, in terms of being the dominant post players in the conference. So they have a lot to learn, but they're certainly very, very coachable and willing. And then Clara Consoni's from St. Paul. Where are you from? Bristol. I knew she went to high school. I just didn't know where her hometown was. Claire's looking to walk on our team this year, so she's been going through some of the preseason workouts. And she played for the Class S state champion St. Paul High School last year, so she has a lot of tradition in winning, and is looking to add to that in terms of being a part of the winning tradition here at Hartford and being another one of our local gals. So.
Championship, you know, basketball, every person in the world.